Hello, how are y'all this morning? Winona Moon here. Um, it's been a while since I've been on made a video, but I'm going to try to get back into things. Holidays have been busy. Anyway, let me go back to something I touched on in my introductory video. All my life I've listened to dreams, I've recorded my dreams, I have journals and journals of dreams. Back in the early 90s, a friend and I were instrumental in creating drumming groups in the area. And the first drumming group actually was on a blue moon. And through this process of the different drumming groups that we had one main one that we had monthly, usually on the full moon. And during one of these drumming sessions, I had a vision. And the vision was, well, let me explain a little. I'm a Capricorn. I'm a very grounded, earthy person. But during the drummings, I would go up. I would go really up through the stars, really high, and deep in trance. And the first couple of times it was really, well, not awkward so much as just surprising. But doing this, I would see the stars, but the stars would become like a huge net of light. And if any of you are familiar with Donna Hines' book, The Grandmother Speak, what she describes in that is exactly what I experienced. And I went through this net of light and was sitting around a council fire with 4 grandmothers. And they would tell me things. And then later on I began having dreams. And when I would awake, I would remember that they had told me that I must remember, that it's very important that I remember. But I could never remember what it was I was supposed to remember. So anyway, I had along around this time, I also had a reading done by a medium that came from a nearby town in Virginia Beach, Virginia, and learned of some past lives that I had had, and I had done some other regression therapy and learned of past lives also. But and he said one of the reasons why he thought I couldn't remember when I woke was because I wasn't ready. And I agreed with that. So as time evolved and I kept having dreams, bits and pieces I started remembering. And I started recording what they were telling me. And then one day I realized that whenever I would be around the council fire and I would be looking at the faces of the grandmothers that were speaking, 3 of them I would see their face. And prior to this, it never, as I was going in, I would see 4 sitting around the fire. And it never occurred to me that once I was there and they were talking, that I was actually only seeing 3 faces. Until I had this one dream, and as I went up, instead of just going into the circle, I went to the back of this one grandmother. And as I went in, I realized that I was the 4th grandmother. getting chills telling you, because it was so awesome. I mean, after all these years of all these dreams, and I realized that actually I was this grandmother, and some of what I had been saying to myself and telling myself to remember, as well as the other three telling me to remember, was coming from within me. And anybody that is up on dream interpretation and that kind of thing, in your dreams, when there are several people, specifically the number 3, those 3 are actually you. They're different aspects of you. I tend to look at it as the maiden, mother, and crone of you. So it was really neat when I realized that all this information from all these dreams that I recorded in all these journals was actually coming from me. It had been inside of me all the time, and it was only through my dreams that it could surface and I could bring it out. So, that having been said, some of my future videos that are coming, and one that I've already made to post on the Vibration Nation, is part of the revelations that I've received over the years. So I hope you enjoy. Hope you have a great day. Light and love, everybody.